crowd. Thank you very much for coming out tonight.
It was accidental, but I did know very charismatic and interesting people that were working there at the time, and I was interested about the area. And you know, because HR is a little bit hush-hush, the floor that they were working on was closed off, so I couldn't get there, so I was really curious to actually see what they do there, so I ended up started working for them. It's always trade-offs that you have to do, right? Sometimes it's possible to still manage everything within the framework of a single working day or a single working week or what have you, depending on the timelines, but there are often situations where you have to leverage. And sometimes, you know, you have to think about what's more burning, what's the more important issue at the time that we need to prioritize. I think having a communication with whoever is requesting the service that needs to be carried out, and also the team, I think makes for the better result. HR is a business partner, right? HR services is also a business partner. We help people solve problems and do it fast. Sometimes, you know, they're complicated, it takes a little bit more time, but that, you know, dynamism and complexity sometimes is really interesting to actually be in. In addition to that, certain sectors have a certain gender split. I used to work in IT back in the day where 80% of the staff being men and 20% women, and in HR it's pretty much the other way around. I'd gotten so used to work with women who are super smart, who are way better than I am in a lot of different areas. So I'm really inspired by working with a collective of really, really cool women. I have to admit that, you know, I kind of took the advice from somebody who was probably a team lead at the time, who said, fake it until you make it. So I did fake it at the beginning, I have to admit. And I failed, I made mistakes, I probably, you know, some of them cost me quite dearly, but in the end of the day, I think I've evolved to a better leader, probably a better person today than like 10 years ago than when I started off. Public speaking in general is important for a person who strives to have any kind of leadership ambitions in the future. And I think that's also something that I can use it for, right? Being able to express yourself in front of people, regardless of how big the audience is, that is something, you know, I probably could say that you could use in my day-to-day job. That's interesting. I don't know. I'd like to think that I'm not going to retire from either, ever, though I tend to think I probably will stick with HR because I enjoy it very much and I love the people that I work with also very, very much. I think probably more likely that the hosting job is going to go, you know, somewhere to the sideline.